Av is the sign of Leo. And we know that the Leo is the energy of father. Okay, it's the sun, it's the Eranpin. It's said that last month was the energy of female, the moon. So the moon was controlled last month. Here, let me show you how it goes. Okay? You see, this is the sun. So the sun is the Eranpin. What you need to know, in the beginning of creation, the energy of the moon was equal to the energy of the sun, even stronger than the sun. So the female was stronger than the man. Not like today when the man is. Baruch Hashem, thank God. So the energy of the man becoming what? Stronger. Thank you. Completing the line. So the idea is, what exactly happened? What are we getting in this month? So this month is powerful. The energy of the sun is powerful. It's a full blast of energy that is coming down, and the one who creating filter, the one who know how to create filter, can benefit from this month. The one who don't know how to create a filter, not good. This coming full blast, full intensity, and mercy is up to people. Now, people born in Leo are merciful. All Leo are merciful. There is no evil Leo. Leo are always merciful. Always looking to do mercy. You can only make Leo upset if you tell them they're not good enough. You know? You cannot tell a Leo you're not good enough. If Leo tell you they're not competitive, they will be competitive but let you win, but they, in their mind they say, but we let you win. You know, so it's a Leo thing. It's a thing like this. They say that Leo has ego, but really, they're born to become a king and queen. They're born to become king and queen, but they are waiting for the crown. And when they're waiting for the crown, they become fat and lazy. Okay, so to lose weight, and to become less lazy, earn the crown. Do something about it. How do you earn the crown? You have to help more people. What is a king with no people? What is a queen with no people? How do you become really Av Lashimoni, meaning the head of the tribe, a certain tribe, by basically making sure that your tribe still believe in you. But you cannot waiting for people to believe in you based on nothing. If people don't believe you or believe in you, there is something you're missing about your personality. So in this month, all of us become kings and queens. All of us. But how do we go about it? By doing something out of our way for others. Everybody has to volunteer this month. Everybody has to volunteer. Everybody has to reach out. Everybody has to give charity this month. Everybody. The poor people who sleep in the street, if they give them pizza, they have to take half of the slice, give it to somebody else. There's no such a person who doesn't do sharing. It's actually dangerous not to do sharing in this month. There is no filter of the sun coming down without doing filter. What is that filter? The filter made, it's called masach. Those of you who study Kabbalah with me, it's called masach, curtain. And the word curtain, meaning that, like you see the curtain and the giant stadium that here, we bought new light, I'm sure you can see it. All right, so there is a curtain. That curtain basically filters the light out. So you create your own curtain by doing giving, by doing sharing. You give words, you give money, you give time, you give help, you give smile. Remember, you don't give, you have a problem, not the person who don't receive from you. If you give and you have ego for it, nobody needs you. And sooner or later, you will have nothing to give. But if you give because you understand that this month will take care of you, only if you give, then your giving will be worth something. Now, you cannot give from right hand to left hand. I want to make sure it's clear. If you have one sandwich in the right hand and you give it to the left hand, that's not giving. So far, so good? Versteh? Yes? Capiche? Comprendo? Yeah? Entiendo? All right, so you cannot, meaning you cannot give to your own close people only. Wife, husband, children. The giving is for people you can't stand. So you go around into their envelope and to their, what do you call it, those post things, if they still exist, and you can put $1 bill in the envelope and throw it there. You don't have to put your name. You do it this month. You do it, you will see what happened to you. You give this $1, you will see what happened to you. Because giving to somebody you love, what's the benefit? Is they give you right hand to left hand. You go smile to somebody who hate you. You go be nice to somebody you can't stand. You go and be volunteers. Let's say if Debbie needs you for something here, said, what is the job that you have? And choose the one you can stand. Always these months. That's how you create the filter. And then that filter is making you making you the one who control that month. Then you have the energy of filter. Then you want actually more energy to come because you can handle it. There is more energy from the sun come. Yes, come more. Then it's not become dinim. Dinim means judgment. It's become chasadim, become mercy. But if you are not having a filter and the energy comes, the energy will not stop. Leo, don't stop. Sharing from God, from the light, never stop. Too much sharing, no filter, called explosion. We don't want that to happen. For shit, everybody, good? Good. First up, how are we doing so far? Am I doing good? Good. I hope I'm not making you fall asleep or something.
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, the combination of these plants, as you can see, it's a famous combination. If you remember when Moses tell Pharaoh that if you don't behave and let my people go, oya b'miknecha. He say, I will send all type of disease to your goat, cow, sheep, and animal. So these months we have to be careful. You know, animal unfortunately have issue this month, okay? Disease from animal. So if you heard about bird flu, if you heard about the cow thing, I forgot what they call it. Huh? Mad cow disease, it happening usually established in these months. That's called Oya. Oya, as you can see, the A, the letter A, those of you who don't know Hebrew, the last letter and the first letter, doesn't matter which way you look, are not next to each other. Normally, in a different combination, there is 12 combination. These 4 letters can be 4 combination, 4 different combination. That's one of them. How it can be 4 different combination? Let's say you put A, B, C, D. So I can do A, D, C, B, okay? Or A, D, you understand? Combination. So this is Yud Ke Vav Ke in a different combination. So it's called Oya. The A and the A far. That's when Binah and Malchut don't talk to each other. In between, you have Vav and Yud. So the month is talking to us. He said, listen, you want those 2 letters to talk to each other? You have to act like Vav and Yud. What is Vav? Zer and Pin. You have to create sharing. You have to create curtain. You have to find a way to share. Smiling is sharing too, by the way. Asking somebody, how are you today? Going getting coffee. Those of you who go to a restaurant, the waiter says, a tough day. How are you doing tonight? I'll tell you what my friend did in this month. Well, after he heard my lecture, I gave the lecture in Miami, was closed group. So we go into a restaurant, and he loved my lecture very much. We go to a restaurant the next day. Terrible service. The worst ever. I'm asking hummus. Those of you know what hummus is. Most of you don't know what it is. Hummus, I'm getting olives. I'm asking Israeli salad. I'm getting fishbowl. Everything that can go wrong. So he looked at me. What happened? I'm asking Apple TV. I'm getting, oh yeah. So everything that I'm asking basically become the opposite of what it was. What my friend did, you okay there? You need my help?
No, I'm good.
All right. What is my friend did? He makes sure that that lady will get 50% of the bill tip. I said, are you out of your mind? It was like $25 tip. We didn't eat that. I said, yes, I think she's having a bad day. And you just spoke about Leo. I want to give. I'm so pissed with her. I'm so angry. Let's give. And in my mind, I said, but she didn't earn it. But then I said, you know what? I agree with you. Let's see what's going to happen. So we go, week after, she was fired, you know? I said, do you see what you did? He said, yes, but at least she left with extra $25, you know? So we were laughing. We had an argument if who's right, who's wrong. So I find it cute. It was, those of you who know Miami, 100 and something street. And that's it. Let's go now to details about the months, what to do. In this month, we have the famous 9th day of Av. In 9 days from today, we are experience historically one of the worst days ever been created. It's so bad that the Kabbalists write that that day, not even God is involved in that day. It's one day a year, God back off, and he doesn't touch that day. For 25 hours, everybody want to know when it is.
The 9th of Av, next Saturday night. Not Saturday
Oh, really?
night, next Saturday.
So not this Saturday night, next Saturday night, may God bless us all. So we need to be together. Doesn't matter where you are. If you have vacation, cancel it. Don't go. Definitely one thing you don't want to do. The next 9 days, stay away from the ocean. The angel of the ocean, his name is Rahab. That's his name. Don't mess with him. The next 9 days, he's allowed to do a few things in the ocean. So, 9 days, ocean. What about swimming pool? Better not to. 9 days, just 9 days break, and then we go back to normal. Okay, remember that angel is active during those 9 days. And the 9 days exactly, want to be as many people together as possible. So what we're going to do here, we're going to sit on the floor, grounding the malchut, grounding the physicality, and allow ourselves to connect to Zeir Anpin. So it will be no physical thing controlling us for the whole year, by the way. What you do in 9 days of Av, so beautiful, the whole year, that dark angel leave you alone. If you do it right on Saturday night. So make sure, another thing, in those 9 days, we don't eat meat. No meat, no alcohol, no dancing, no celebration. Why? Because everything that has to do with the desire to receive for oneself alone, meaning everything to do with selfishness toward the body, is activating negative angel at that time. Just be careful. Just understand, I told you, I want to start it with funny, but then I want to tell you that also I need to tell you the truth, what's happening. Just remember, those next 9 days after those 9 days, it's only celebration. You're supposed only to celebrate. It's crazy. It's a weird month. Beginning of the month, careful. The rest of the month, you must celebrate and be happy and dance, by the way. It's a month of dancing. Months of dancing. Months of Leo, you have to dance. If you can dance every night. After the 9 days of Av. Why? What exactly happened in the 9 days of Av? Well, so many events happened at that time. But I'm not going to go to the details of the event. I will tell you the roots of what happened. Every 9 days of Av, the Dark Lord, that been called different name, Satan, I don't want to mention other name at night. So many names. It's been trying to activate, inject the poison and negativity at that day. That's his job. Once a year, he allowed. When the Israelites went to go to Canaan, to Israel, they sent spy. The spy came back with bad report. So far, human do mistake, bad report. What was the problem? When the people who hear the bad report, what they did, they start crying. When they start crying, then God said like that. It's in the Talmud and Masechet Ta'anit. Em bachu b'chiya shel chinam. God said, you're crying for nothing happened? Now I'm going to give you a reason to cry for the rest of your life. Sometimes we cry on things that either happened many years ago, or either things that cannot be changed, and we keep crying. We keep crying. And God said, okay, the universe is balanced. If you cry, I have to give you a reason to cry. You cannot just cry for no reason. Cry, sad, being sad, I'm going to give you a reason for the rest of your life to be sad. If you smile for no reason, say Rabbi Nachman Breslev, in the book, if you want to read it, it's in English, there is a book called Empty Chair by Rabbi Nachman Breslev, and he writes like that. If you smile for no reason, you have no reason to smile. You have a terrible day. And you say, I'm going to love it, I love it. Then God say in the book, Empty Chair by Rabbi Nachman Breslev, I'm going to give you a reason to smile for the rest of your life. Why? A face of a person not belong to him or to her. Your face don't belong to you, I'm so sorry. Your face belongs to the neighborhood It's called Reshut HaRabim, the public domain. Your soul, Reshut HaYachid, personal domain. If you look sad and miserable, you make shame of God who created you. When you smile, so if somebody at that day want to do something terrible to themselves, they will stop doing it. You just save a life. It's about King David that when his son was dying, he was tear up his clothes and prayed to God non-stop. After his son died, he took a shower, shaved, dressed nice, and become king again. And his prophet asked him, King David, you're supposed to mourn after the death, not before. He said, no. King David said, before I pray, there is still hope. After it's over, I'm not going to live then. I'm going to start doing more good things. A lot of time, we cry for things that happen to us. I don't know if there is one person in the universe who doesn't have a bad event. Health, love, money, relative, problem, it's very normal. It's part of life. How long are you crying for that? How long? How long? According to the Torah, Avraham Avinu, Abraham, after his wife died, he cried 3 days. And he mourned 7 days. In the Jewish religion, you cry for 3 days, you mourn 7 days, you're sad for 30 days for somebody, a relative who lost, and you think about them for 11 months. And after that, you have to move on. If it's past 11 months and you're still thinking, actually, you bother them. Because the soul of the death bothered by you crying for them because you're pulling them down. They want to go to be reincarnated. They want to go somewhere else. But because you cry for them and you're so sad, you pull them in the string down here. And you don't allow them to move on. Laws of reincarnation, guys. Those of you who want to read, I'm sure Debbie can order the book for you in English. I don't know, from Yosef or the other one. We have 3 types. And usually it's heavy books. It's not easy to read because it's 500 years ago, but it's a good book. All right, we explained that. So remember, this month, be careful not to be sad about yourself. Be sad about the universe. Don't be sad about you. Be sad about what's happening to our world. Okay? Am I talking too much?
No,
Okay?
fine.
Yeah. Now, what's happening in this month? The soul that born in this month are special soul. Any Leo here, by the way, in the room? We have 1 or 2. Happy birthday. בימים האלו, in those days, there is soul מיוחדים עליונים. Whoever born in the 8 days, from Aleph till 8 of Av, those of you can talk to Debbie later about the date, are the soul that came to the world are special. Special. On the 9th day of Av, Zman Ledat HaMashiach. The Messiah born in the 9th day of Av. What is Messiah? The Talmud, the studies say that the Messiah name is supposed to be Menachem, because the name of this month is called Menachem Av. Menachem, how would you say Menachem?
A console. Console.
Console month of Av. That means this month is supposed to console your pain. Mashiach is not just a person. Mashiach is mean that in this month you have a chance to give birth to your full potential. To you. You are the Messiah. If you will be the Messiah, what would you do better for this universe? Who would you save? What would you save? What would you change? For that reason, in this month, you have to take responsibility. In the month of Tammuz, people become Cancerian. They become victim. I'm sorry for all the Cancerian, but Cancer are victim. The sign which is the most victim is Cancer. If you're married to a Cancer, you are a Cancer, somebody hurt you, you get insulted, you become victim. What is a victim if you don't know the definition? Those of you who never did the 12th step or anything like that. Victim is somebody who blames everything and everybody. The weather, I took the wrong pills, I didn't drink enough water, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too much to the right, too much to the left. It is Trump, it is Kennedy, it is Hillary, it is Fox, it is, what's that about? CBS, it is the stock market went up. The stock market, those are victims. When you hear them, that's a victim. The responsible is the one who say, okay, we got a situation. Now let me see how we're getting out of it. So I was sitting, I was not supposed to hear the conversation. I was sitting in that cafe for a meeting. What's the name of the cafe I like? Next to Earth Cafe. It's always empty, so I always go there. La Pan. You know La Pan? Earth Cafe always packed, so you go one block down, it's always empty. There is La Pan there. It's best. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not the best, but for me, I like it. It's corner and everybody leave me alone, so I can be there. Now you know where I am. And then I write all my stuff. And then I was in a corner and I was alone. It was amazing. But then there is two ladies walk in, very good looking. They're almost coming from model agency. One is a lawyer and one look like a model. I mean, both of them, gorgeous. So we're sitting and I'm writing for my new book about the power of the female, and God sent them. And they talk about the Me Too campaign. And I'm with the bag, and I want to turn around. Really want to turn around, but I'm a guy, and it's intense. The Me Too campaign now, I don't know, they're going to sue me now, I don't know, like. So I'm taking note, I'm waiting for them to say something that relate to the Mishnah. I'm taking part for the Mishnah, and you will see it in my new book. In the Mishnah, they talk about the power of women. And I'm waiting, and I'm writing something very rough against women, and then something very rough against men, and why there is a problem. And then, all of a sudden, they don't know what I'm writing, and they don't know Hebrew. And they speak about, that lady said to her, listen, all what I want to tell you, that this is your time as a speaker. She was a speaker, I didn't know. It's your time as a speaker to use the Me Too campaign before it ends, so we can make a lot of money. And I really want to turn around, but I didn't know. The lawyer, no, wait. And she said, as a lawyer, I have to present that case better. And he said, we're going to give as many lectures as possible and many videos as possible. You're going to go back to the radio. You're going to, this is our time to make money. We have maybe 2 years maximum with the Me Too campaign. That's what they say. So, wow, I am in California. All of a sudden, I'm Hollywood, you know? So they left before me so I could leave. And why the reason I tell you about it? They took responsibility by taking something so negative as the Me Too, and they think about business. Now, it looked like greedy and evil, but I want to use it as a positive side to it. Take the part of your life that's not working so well. Can you turn it around into a success? If you cannot turn it this month into a success, then we have a problem. Because we all have problems. I'm sure you have something. Take something negative in your life and say, okay, God put it in my life. Now, how do I turn this into becoming king and queen? How do I become Av? How do I become a father to this month? How do I become the star of this month? Through the negativity. Because God is telling you the birth of Mashiach, the birth of the Messiah happening. So what is Messiah? When is he born? When is he born? 9 days of Av. What did I tell you before? The worst day of the year. The worst day of the year. They don't talk about the Messiah as somebody come to save us. They talk about me finding how can I turn that destructive day into the Messiah day. How can I look at something so terrible in my life? What is the worst thing in my life right now? Right now. That, okay? I'm going to make that into the reason I become a king. Can you? You cannot, then don't be a victim and sit there and cry. And say, don't dare to miss. Not this Saturday night, next Saturday night. Don't dare to miss it, guys. Don't dare to miss it. It's free, everybody welcome. There's no food service, no nothing, right? We're sitting on the floor, basically. Okay? No leather shoes, please. No leather shoes. Sitting on the floor. We're praying, we're connecting, we're meditating. That's all what we do. But remember, that night, make all different for the year. And the morning after. In the morning, we do more meditation. That's very powerful. With fasting, by the way. It's a day of fasting. We don't want to give the body nothing. No water, nothing. We empty the body from every physical thing. No sex, no food, no shower, no perfume, no leather shoes. What else? I forgot something?
No food. Yeah, that's it.
No oil on the body. Yeah? Okay? Water, food, sex. Okay? Not when it's together. Separate even. No. Okay? 25 hours, nothing. You dry yourself out. Saturday night, next Saturday night, you make your shift. No physicality. No physicality. Take it seriously. You can control your whole life. Get ready. And it's falling on Saturday night. Next day is Sunday. That's it. Don't go out. No disco or whatever you call it, club. Okay? Last thing, I know Debbie look at me like she want to talk, but I enjoy that actually. I actually enjoy it. I'm sorry. Enjoy it. Another secret. You have to remember the letter ATA. ATA. In Hebrew, it's called Ata. Ata is, I will need 24 hours to explain all the meditation on the word Ata. Those of you who want more, I can send you to you from the Rashash, from Rabbi Shalom Sharabi. It's meditation that I start doing lately. My master used to do it, but then we stopped. It was too much. But if you meditate for this month's Aleph Taf A or ATA, and you meditate on the Or meditation, there is angels that are activated in this month that are not very nice. I will read it to you. אתה תרקום תרחם ציון. יש להבין מהו אתה. What is that אתה? What is that אתה? יש לפרש מה שכתב הקדוש מאוסטרופולי. The rabbi who discovered all those secrets, his name is Rabbi Shimshon Meastropoli. Tell you a little bit about who he was. He knew that he will be killed. He knew the day that he will be killed. He even knew the hours. So he finished to put all the Kabbalistic secret, everything. How to charge water with energy, how to teleport yourself, everything. He knew everything. And 1 hour before he finished, he put all the kavanot, and he was waiting. He said, I'm going to just do the pray. And he said to his student, just remember, he told them where to bury him even. And they come in the middle of the pray. Even the student closed all the door. Somebody broke through the window, walk in, stab him from behind, and kill him. He knew the day he will die. But he left with all the things. So he'd say, in heaven, there is room, that there is angel with chutzpah. There is angel with audacity. ויש להם כל כך, ויש להם מחבלים בושה בפני תלמיד חכם. But those מחבלים, those terrorist angel, ashamed when they see a scholar. When they see a scholar of Torah, of spirituality, they back off. מה שאין כן בשאר חדרים. Other room, resh ein chadarim, 207 room, which is called Ra. Ra means evil room. Sham yesh chatzifut. There is room there that the angels have chutzpah there. They have audacity. הנה הצדיק הולך לגן עדן, דרך שם חוקקים על מצחו שם אתה. When the people travel in heaven, they put in his forehead Aleph, Taf, A. So the angel, those angels will come and bother him, they see אתה, they will not touch him. והוא מסוגל שהמחבלים החצופים יברחו. If there is angels, they don't listen to God and do whatever they want, those negative angels, they will run away when they see אתה. Because they see that name and they will run. I'm thinking about creating a necklace or a cloth that you guys carry it. So if you're having a bad day, they will not touch you. So, מזה שם אתה מסוגל להגן בפני החצופים. Every time that you have evil people that controlled by angel or angels that controlled by something else, we call them the chatzufim. Chatzufim mean the people with audacity. You put the name Ata. So in this time, for the 9 days specifically, think about the word Ata. Remember, whenever things going a bit rough, just meditate, see it, Ata. And say it, Ata, 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 Ata. And then the negativity gonna go away. והנה הוא, יציין בתלמוד הנסוטה, עקבות משיחה אשר חוצפה יסגי. על כן מהרו שיקום השם אתה, שיברחו ויתבטלו החצופים. וימלא כבוד השם את כל הארץ. So when we are activate this name, בעזרת השם, the חצופים, the angel with audacity will leave us alone. And then these months will be an unbelievable months. I want to add one more thing before. In this month, the middle of this month, full moon of this month, Chag Ahava, the day of love. In the day of love, it's written, לא היו ימים שמחים לישראל, it wasn't more a happy day to the Israelite, more than Yom Kippurim and Tu B'Av. Yom Kippurim, we know why, Yom Kippur, because this day, God forgive you, even if you're not the best. You become friendly with God. Only on Yom Kippur, not Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. You and God become buddies. The dark side come to God and say, hey, but they did this. Say, hey, I need a moment with my children. Leave me alone. The one day a year the dark side cannot enter is Yom Kippurim. The one day a year that God leaves the dark side to do whatever he wants, 9 days of Av. It's very interesting, right? 9 days of Av. Not this Saturday night, next Saturday night. It's funny. One day of year it's all God, one day of year it's all dark side. At that time of Tu B'Av, when the full moon, they call it Day of Love. The Jewish Day of Love. It's not Valentine's Day. Jewish Day of Love. So I'm saying Jewish, so we know the difference. Full moon. What is the month's control? The sun. Full moon. Nekeva, female. So the female, full moon. The male, sun. So it's one day a year when two of them, under an 80 degree, one together. What happened at that time? People celebrate the reason to make party. Nice, but that's not really what it's all about. But it's party, why not? We're supposed to dance at that day. But the dance is to be with consciousness that you remove your crime. Because machol, bechilat avonot, and all this and that. The main thing of this time is the transformation of the months from negative to positive. At that day, you want to receive less. You avoid receiving in that day. Those days, unfortunately, many people get married. Oh, what can I get? What can I get? What I get? If you're a woman and you're only waiting for a bigger ring, wrong. If you're a man and you're waiting for more kavod, for more respect, nah. You're going to get that day. How can I get less respect and less ring? And then this day, because you become the moon, you reflect all the light, and then that light stays for the whole year for you. You got to forgive at that day. Forgive. Forgive. And those of you who don't do the workshop that I wrote for the whole year, start doing the workshop. God book. God workshop.
God's workbook.
God workbook. I wrote the book, but I don't know the name. God workbook. So you can order it in Amazon. I don't have it here, I'm sorry. And just start to do the workshop. Do it daily, every day, another workshop. It's not a big deal. Before Rosh Hashanah, try to finish it already. You start now, you finish it before Rosh Hashanah. What's a big deal? One more thing, okay, darling?
That's fine.
I really like it, actually. I never had the desire to share so much when you are here. You inspire me. Something about you. So, seriously, I want to first wish you a Chodesh Tov before I'm leaving the room for Debbie. She actually wanted me to leave the room so I can go pray for all of you. I'm going to go do pray. But before that, we got to do something out of the box this month. Really out of the box. Really crazy, really out of the box to help people. Any of you have an idea how to help more people, how to join more organizations, to help them. Because I start doing two things. I'm helping now churches, synagogue, or all the places to establish religion to make their place better. That's what I do as a volunteer. So those of you who know churches or synagogue who need my help or advice, I give that service for free. So all what you got to do is just reach out to Debbie, say, Debbie, these churches or these priests agree to talk to Eliyahu and he wants his help. Make sure they call us, and then I'm arriving, and I'm start helping them to make their place grow, make their student be more happy. Any place of spirituality that want help, we're going to volunteer to help them with no charge. We're going to take care of them, okay? We're going to take care of them, making sure that their place become better. If there is a synagogue, church, or imam, that's what, mosque, I meant. Mosque, not imam. Imam is the rabbi there, right? So, and all those things, we are here to help. Okay, so making sure it's free of charge, helping any synagogue, anything, this is our volunteer job. I would like to also, those of you who have connection to prison, a women prison. Debbie talked to me the other day that she want to reach out to more women and help them, because we discovered together, and we cry a lot Saturday night. I didn't know it, and so Debbie showed me on the internet, and I was very angry when I saw that 82% of the people in prison are there for self-defense. Did you know it, guys? 82% self-defense. Self-defense. They kill. It's first-degree murder, but it's not fair, kind of. They either was attacked or something happened before, and men and women, by the way. And then they get stuck in prison. They're not criminal, but they were angry and they did the wrong thing. And then they stuck there. And then they learn bad things. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not, I don't want to say it's not fair. God knows what he's doing, but we want to give them a chance to help. So there is other things that we do, but that we cannot talk about. But any project that we can help more people, please reach out to us this month. We are excited to help as many people as possible. Okay, we would like to do it. I'll give the microphone to Debbie because she's pushing me with the body movement. Okay, so I have more to say. I don't know why you're pushing. So.
You need to go pray.
I have to go pray to God.
Let's go pray to God.
1 second, can I drink the water before I go?
Sure. You can drink the water before you go. We're good? Okay. Chodesh Tov, everybody.
We didn't talk about the
So,
angel.
we didn't talk about the angel.
On the book?
Sure, why not? Thank you.
You want the class?
Okay, so why?
No?
Why?
No. You want to move to the middle so they come
Oh,
out?
are you okay? You're good? Okay. So
Chodesh Tov, everybody.
before we go into a meditation, I just wanted to share a little bit of the astrology point of what's going on this month. And tonight, actually, there was a solar eclipse. It happened, I think, at around 8:15 New York time. So, and the effect of a solar eclipse can last for about 6 months. What are we talking about? So the eclipse is about new beginnings. It's about new beginnings in a lot of topics. It's relationships, it's personal property, it's actually the female aspect. So Me Too is going to happen for at least another 6 months. It's really there. Safety, security, food, support, all those emotional issues are affected by the solar eclipse, which is right now, we're in the middle of it. And during this time, we have to build ourselves internally. This time is not about our jobs and getting ahead in our job. I mean, it's important, but our focus needs to be, what do we want? What do we want internally? What are the relationships that we're working on together? And to be able to, yes, of course, I need a job and I need to work in a job, but if I'm not happy, it doesn't matter how much I'm going to get ahead in my job or how much money I'm going to make, it's never going to be satisfying. So if we focus too much on achieving our personal goals, then we forget our personal things. In the end, it's not going to be good. Now, around the time of the eclipse, which is now, people might have felt it yesterday, today, tomorrow, we become very vulnerable. We find everything that's wrong with us. Has anybody experienced it in the past 3 days, finding everything that's wrong with you? It's there. It's coming up. And that's what's going to push us to actually restart. That's what's going to push us to go forward. Because what's the good thing about this month is that even though there might be something new and scary starting, because we're all scared of the unknown, it's about restarting. It's not about letting go, but it's about going forward. Why? Because the eclipse, if anybody knows anything about the astrology, eclipse is closer to the north node. And the north node is an easier eclipse emotional-wise than the south node. The south node is about working on ourselves and letting go. The north node is about going forward. It's not about letting go. It's about going forward and starting new. This eclipse is also in opposition to Pluto. And for us, that means that we feel pushed and out of our comfort zones. Anybody experience that? And this will lead us to change. So this month is very much, the solar eclipse happening now on Rosh Chodesh is very much about pushing us. And I wanted to share the story, I'm sure most of you have heard it, before we go into the meditation. Eliyahu was talking about loving and going out of our comfort zone. So there's two stories, and they're related to each other, that I was reading about in this month. And it says that one of the most dominant stories in the Bible of unconditional giving is from Rachel and Leah, the two sisters. So if anybody remembers the story, in the beginning, Yaakov worked for Rachel's father for 7 years because he wanted to marry Rachel. And then what happened? His father gave him Leah. The night of the wedding, Leah was going to get married. Rachel realized that her sister was going to be there instead of her. And Rachel and Jacob had made up hand signs. I guess it was dark. I don't know. They didn't see each other during the wedding. I have no idea. They made up signs so that they would recognize each other and they would know it's them. Rachel said, I cannot embarrass my sister. And she gave her all the signs so that she would be able to do it and Jacob would not know it wasn't her. Which is, now, generations later, we go down to the story of King David and Jonathan. So basically, Jonathan was the one that was supposed to be king. But they had so much unconditional love for each other that it even says in the Bible, it says that they had, the love between them was like the love between women. So many people interpreted it in the wrong way completely. They think, okay, they were gay. It's not about that. If you think about it, Jonathan came from the dynasty of Rachel, and David came from the dynasty of Leah. So when it says love between two women, it was talking about the love between Rachel and Leah. So the seeds that they planted, the love that they had between each other started from the beginning, from their mothers, from the great-great-grandmothers. So those are the stories about unconditional love. Now what I want you to do is uncross your legs, uncross your feet, put everything down.
How do you say the angels?
You don't.
Oh.
But I can write it for you, but better not to say it. Okay. I need you to take 3 deep breaths in and out and close your eyes. Just to let go of everything that you've done during the day. And when you're ready, I want you to imagine a safe place, a comfortable place. If it's in a forest or near the ocean or on a grass in a big open field, imagine where your safe place is. And I want you there to find your home, your house, however it looks like to you. If it's made from wood, from stones, however your house, your place of comfort, your home looks like, I want you to imagine it. Then I want you to see yourself going in the house and going up a flight of stairs. You're going up 1, 2, 3 stairs. And at the top of the stairs, I want you to imagine a room. In that room, put everything that makes you comfortable, everything that makes you relaxed. Imagine what the room looks like. If there's pictures, if there's water falling, If there's stones, pillows, the color of the room. However you want it to look like. Now I want you to pick a place in that room for a big screen. A big white screen. Make sure you can see it well, that you're comfortable where you are. And slowly, slowly on that screen, we're going to show up people in your life that are close to you, that you may have some indifferences with them, that you may not like so much, that you may need to learn how to give them unconditional love. I want you to take your time picking that person, bringing them up on the screen, and actually feeling their presence. I want you slowly to send them white light. Feel the energy in your hands, sending them the white light from the top of their head all the way down to the tips of their toes. And while you're sending that white light through them, see how you can switch the picture from having differences between the two of you to feeling love and mercy towards them. See how the situations can change. See how you can open their heart and open your heart to them. If you remember what the letters of the month look like, you can imagine them in your mind, the Kaf and the Tet. The Kaf for the Sun, and the Tet for Leo, and taking that energy, wrapping it around them. And once the white light gets down to the tips of the toes of that person, I want you to thank them, forgive them, and let the situation go. Let the person go. And slowly, slowly you see them disappearing from your screen. And you're filled with love. You're filled with energy. You're filled with light. Now I want you to take 3 deep breaths before the next thing comes on the screen. And I want you to imagine that one challenging situation that you have going on in your life right now. What's happening right now in your life that you need to transform, that you need to inject with love, that you need to forgive? Play it out in your mind. See the picture on the screen of the situation. And look for the opening. Look for the opening where the light can come in, where the love can come in. And imagine the letters of the month, the Kaf and the Tet, enveloping that situation, that challenge. And slowly, slowly filling it with love so that it's unraveling in a place where everything is falling into place. There's no friction, there's no challenge. And see all the negativity melting away. Overcoming the negativity in that situation and bringing it to the point of Mashiach, bringing it to the point where out of the greatest darkness, that big challenge that we have, we can find the light. Take a moment to internalize that. Take a moment to see how the situation is unraveling. And when you're done, take a snapshot in your mind, take a picture in your mind of what this screen looks like, what this situation looks like after you've injected that energy, after you've injected that love. Now I want you to look around the room that you built and the home that you built. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it make you feel? Take that with you this month so that you can go back to that room and this screen and inject energy and love. Now I want you to see yourself going down the stairs out of the room. 3, 2, 1. You're opening the door and going outside to wherever you've built, if it was the grass or the ocean or the woods. Look around you. Internalize how you feel, what you smell, what you see. This place will be with you for 30 days. This place is your place where you can go to with your energy to inject love, to get rid of conflict, and overcome the negativity of the month, to transform it into love. And now slowly, slowly, start feeling your body again. Start coming back. When you're ready, you can take 3 deep breaths. And you can open your eyes. Take a moment and write down or take notes of what you saw so you don't forget, because we can forget it really fast. And if any of you want to share, if you were able to see something, if you were able to feel something, you're more than welcome to share. Take a moment and write it down. And this is a tool that you can definitely use the whole month because, you know, as Eliyahu said, this is about switching from the negativity, from these 9 days of the most negative time. All of the most terrible things that happen in the world happened during this time. And coming to the 9th of Av and being able to transform all that energy afternoon, after the probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the energy starts shifting. It's the energy of Mashiach. It's the energy of all the happiness and all the positivity. Anything that you want can be manifested. So we need to do the same thing in our lives, to take all the negativity and be able to confront it, like we did on the screen, to see it, to confront it, to fill it with energy, to fill it with light, and to be able to transform it, to be able to forgive and rebuild. It's more than letting go, because you're forgiving and you're rebuilding. You're not just letting go of it. You're transforming it. And that's the energy of the eclipse that's happening now also. So that, between the fact that in the English calendar we're still in Cancer, so it has all of the effects of Cancerians, which is a lot of emotion, plus Leo, which is all the fire. So we need to combine that and use that, because we're slowly transitioning out of Cancer, but the solar eclipse happened in Cancer according to the English calendar. So you have all these tools to help you, and then on the 15th day, to be able to just be happy and party and understand that you were able to transform all that energy. Any questions? Okay, Chodesh Tov, everybody.